French point guard Abdoulaye NDoye thought 1 year can make a big difference and withdrew his name from the 2019 NBA draft. That doesn't mean that the season he started in the French top flight at 21 was bad, but he doesn't consider himself ready to make that leap. As a result, NDoye opted to stay with Cholet for another season to show potential and progression, in his own words. 1 year later, he is back with an improved reputation and a higher draft stock. Are we now in a position to measure his ability, to know if this player will be a firm value in the NBA? The Athletic's Sam Vecini projects NDoye as the 49th pick in a recent drill, while NDoye is ranked 40th in the Atlantic's latest big board. On ESPN's best available list, NDoye is rated 39 overall. This is the year to be eligible for NDoye's draft, as he will be 22 in May. He made the most of it. He averaged 10.2 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 3.9 assists with a 2-to-1 loss-to-ball ratio, while also shooting 52% from the field. While the volume is low, in the last 2 years, NDoye has also made 40.1% of his 112 three-point attempts. So there's at least some potential to work, said Venice. No matter where you look, most media project NDoye as a second-round pick, and some media think he won't have to wait long to hear his name. However, NDoye is hopeful based on his progress this year. Quote, "I've grown mentally. It's also an important year for me. We have a complementary team. I have confidence in myself, and I have a chance to prove it, so I just play without thinking." End quote. NDoye's increased production has been one of the reasons more teams have the 22-year-old Frenchman on their radar, averaging 10 points per game with 52% shooting from the field, 43% from threes, 75% from the free throw line, 4 rebounds per game, 3.9 assists per game, 2 turnovers, and 1.2 steals in an average of 30.8 minutes per game during the season, according to Real GM. Another thing that has fascinated teams with NDoye is his physical tools. With a height of 6'7", NDoye has a significant size advantage in his position, but add to that a wingspan of 7'2", and you can see that initial appeal. NDoye uses the size and length advantage in the area offensively where it stands out from the rest. He has a good touch on his runners, his floaters, but what helps him significantly is that he can shoot at defenders using their size and length. NDoye also takes off well from the ground, so he already has good clearance even before he spreads. He is also able to use his size on the glass, which helps create opportunities, where he averages just under 1 offensive rebound per game. But assuming him be drafted, it's up to us to find out what NDoye's potential role in the NBA would be. He's a role player who can help his team in many different ways and plug many different holes, one that is versatile at both ends of the court. Someone like that has tremendous value. When it comes to NDoye's offense as a whole, those floaters and runners are by far the best aspect of his offensive play right now. His 3P shot percentages are good, but the volume is a bit of a concern. If you end up taking more than 3 or 4 three-pointers per game, what will the percentage drop be? Up to 38%? That's a valid question because the team that selects NDoye will want him to shoot more than 1 per game, especially given his current percentages. If the shot translates, it might end up making more sense for NDoye to play wing positions, especially given his size. This will increase his league value tenfold, and suddenly you have a player who can shoot triples, handle the ball in some possessions, run pick and roll, score inside, and defend multiple positions. The doors for the opening roles are also beginning to open. NDoye sees himself as a playmaker, but I think he's best suited as a secondary center, and teams will want to turn him into a 3. His size limits his blast a bit, and his ability to break down the defense from the dribble is not the highest. And that's only going to become a bigger problem in the NBA. He believes he did better as a backup player with Michael Stockton this season. Defensively, that's where things are interesting with NDoye. Versatility is the name of the game here. When I'm concerned about his ability to protect fast players from dribbling, it doesn't change the fact that NDoye can switch to any position, and he'll put in the effort, while his wingspan and active hands can compensate for deficits in other areas. NDoye showed his versatility in his ability to defend all 5 positions in France, and that's how he wants to sell himself. In general, it's worth spending a second-round selection on him. If things go perfectly, you have a player who can shoot triples, play multiple positions on offense, has good size, good strength, length, and can play guard positions on defense. And that's hard to get in a single player. Beyond the limitations, I certainly think there are too many elements to consider that NDoye can muster what it takes to dominate in the NBA.